What's up everyone, Fury here and welcome back to the channel. Guess who is finally here? It is Apate, aka Carrie, and her partner Skye in this capsule event. We're going to be diving into all the details, so stay tuned because we're starting now.
I wanna be immortal, like a god in the sky. I wanna be a silk flower.
Alright everyone, so as we started off, Apate, aka Carrie, is finally here in GXB, and we are so excited to see what kind of an impact she will be making in our meta. And with everything that's going on, especially with that big asterisk on her skills and how they are a little bugged right now, trying to capture all the details to see how best to bring her out and how best her performance will be. So stay tuned for upcoming videos on the channel with those tests. But here, we're going to be breaking down all the different aspects of her release event, starting with the Capsule Point. So as you can see here, there are 4 rounds, each consisting of 500 pulls. And each 100, especially this 50, will give you a certain amount of rewards. So with limited recruitment being back, we're going to have to do some draws to earn the special coins as well as the other rewards. There's only 4 total rounds that will net you rewards, so that's going to give you 4 copies of Carrie or Apate. Still getting used to calling her by what her new name is, as well as 15 total SRC coins, which we can use later for Skye. So we want to be pulling 9 total copies to be able to make her L5. So Yuki is kind enough to always give us some extra rewards for each copy that we pull, to a certain extent. So you'll be able to earn some extra capsule coins, chisels, and a couple of demon shards as you get pulling to the 7 and 9 total copies. So this is quite nice. I actually streamed my capsule pulls, so as you can see, they're already drawn. Those videos will be going up on the YouTube channel and are also available on Twitch. So we want to be moving on to the Explorer Pack tab, which is also very nice when it comes around. So at the moment we have the reduced gem cost version of the Explorer Pack, I should say. So you can always click on the image to see what you're going to get, but normally these have 10 capsules, but for 500 gems now we're only getting 5 with some lunch boxes, which is very handy. For the second level, some high stakes slot tickets and pet food. Not bad. That's going to be going for 1200. And then 8 seals for 2400 with some additional special pet food. Depending on which ones you need, I have a breakdown here on this list of which order we can go ahead and grab them. But we also have some elite shards with some chisels for 4000. As you can see, I took those. And the bottom one is an exclusive antique shard with some guild coins for the lab. Normally, we always recommend picking up the 5th pack for 6000 because those lab coins for new incoming players that are still developing their teams, those guild coins come in very handily for upgrading your girls to the maximum potential. But always, as per this ordered list, the resources for acquiring a new character are also very important. So it just depends on what your needs are. Normally, I would always recommend getting the guild coins if you're starting out and have the gems to spare, because your characters need to be at their maximum. So get the 5 capsule coins, or if it's 10 sometimes, and then the seals are always handy for the events, and the guild coins. But if your labs are already maxed out, we don't really need these until the next event comes out. If you do want to save and Yuki ends up being very kind enough to upgrade the guild labs so we can have advanced guild labs, those are going to be important again. But normally I never recommend anyone purchase the high stakes slot tickets unless you're feeling extra spicy in the moment. But the return on investment is not good there. Next, the girls exchange. Now this part is very exciting. It's Esau and Jacob, and Raphael. These girls have been out for just over a year now. They released last Christmas, and they made such a huge impact in the meta. Everyone was after them. Now they are still highly valued characters. They perform very well in their own niche, and soon we'll have some coverage of these characters. But now you have your chance to pick them up, and they are in the transfer store. I'll hit exchange here so we can go there. As you can see, I picked some up already, but they will cost 6,500 class lists. And if you're pulling for the current event characters, you're going to be able to accumulate a lot of class lists. So that's very good. So let us go back to the events tab. The winning heart is still going on. We are in the third phase. Popularity contest is looking good with Fenrir, Rogue, and Izanami leading the charge. I myself have been voting for Rio just because she is my favorite character in the game at the moment. I really like everything about her, so I will always vote Rio. So here, I'll throw in one ticket right now. I'll collect the rest once I do my dailies, but for now, that's how it's going to stay. The remaining tabs are usually the same. Right now, we're on Warrior for the elite badges. So that is what we have for this event tab. But Apate did not come by herself. She came along with Skye and on the side Joan, but special recruitment is here. And now this event functions a little bit separately than the capsule coins, because these two characters, I should say, are only available in the special recruitment. And here you can see that we get a certain amount for our pity on Skye, and that turns out to be 50 special recruitment coins. And you can spend them 1 at a time or 10 at a time. I always recommend spending them 10 at a time because you will get 1 5-star girl from the pool. I don't recall where we could see the pool from here. It's going to be almost exactly the same as... Well, I assume it's exactly the same as a capsule one, except you cannot get Apate from here. And in the regular pool, you cannot get either Skye. Oh, actually, you can get Joan from the regular one, but you cannot get Skye. So that's how it's gonna play out. So let's look at my list here. You can spend your coins here, and every 50 that you spend will give you 1 copy of Skye. You can look at the rewards. They climb up a little bit and you get a couple of extras. I've already collected a few. As you can see, I wanted to test out Skye for myself. But 25, 50, 100 will give you this Skye copy. Now, you would also get a Skye copy after spending 50 for the second time. So these do stack. That's a good note to have. And then I'm approaching another copy of Skye. So that'll be nice. And like Apate, we will also get additional rewards, as generous as Yuki is, for pulling Skye copies. And here you see some gear sets, some very appreciated chisels, monster copies, some more capsule coins for the regular machine, and some resources. So this is very nice. I am actually looking forward to this Ranger set, as class sets are very appreciative at all aspects of the game, at all levels. So that is exciting. Alright, so there's also a reward exchange and Skye's trial. So let's look at that. Skye's trial is a nice method of earning additional LRC coins and tickets. These tickets are very important for purchasing items from the reward exchange. You get some with every special recruitment coin spent, as well as some gold, which is nice. So I can actually show off a fight. I'll just throw some characters in here. They're probably not set for PvE, but you'll notice that Joan and Izanami are in here. So if you throw in your Fenrir into this fight, you're going to see tons of damage because she'll just block like crazy. And that's nice to see, especially towards the end. So I'll show a bit of a footage here of how the fight is going to go. They're just going to do their thing. but a Fenrir in the F1 spot is going to have a good time blocking this Joan and this Izanami. So you'll see a ton of damage. I'm just going to skip this battle because it's quite repetitive. I don't do that much damage because I don't have any block characters on my team. But I want to meet the minimum requirements for the max amount of tokens. So that's what I do. As you can see, damage is alright. You'll see a Fenrir doing a ton. That's always appreciated. So that got me 1 coin. I can do another attempt, but I'll save that for later. What is very important here, though, are these tiers. Earning your tickets from the coins you spend will allow you to then exchange them for these rewards. And you can climb up the tiers down to the 5th. But you need to purchase every item from the tiers in order to move on to the next. So here, as you can see, this icon is actually quite nice. The capsule coins do come in handy for pooling for Apate. And then we actually can get skies from this shop. So that is very useful, and it actually makes it a bit easier to pick up the copies to build Skye compared to the first limited recruitment event. So I had to purchase all of these as well and move on to the third. This is the cherry on top, being able to grab Uriel and Izanami, as well as the Skye copies. So here, I had to buy it out. Grabbing my copies for... I actually needed this Izanami, the L5, my version, because I wasn't very lucky during her event. So this was very appreciative. And then a copy of Skye. Now, currently I am working my way up into this 4th tier. I'm not looking to invest too much into it, but this class set, and there's actually 2 copies of Skye you can get. So I picked them both up to build my Skye, as well as these extra resources. This box does not have Uriel and Izanami, but it does have Niflheim and Kratos. It's very nice. And then the last box here will have more copies of Skye in case anyone's looking for doubles. And then some class set boxes. And this antique box, which is going to be very nice for any of our big spending friends. That's even going to have Deception and Eternal Dawn. Very strong antiques right now, as well as Fate Crystal, which many may be chasing right now. Or Soul Destruction for your Joan. This box is very... I'll just say expensive, but it's very worth it if you can get to this tier to look into your Fate Crystal, Soul Destruction, Eternal Dawn, or Deception, depending on your need. So we'll leave it at that. Actually, I have some coins I can spend, so I'm going to draw 10 just to demonstrate quickly how this works. Maybe I'll get lucky. We'll see. No, I just got a Pandaria, but I did got some tickets here. So that could take me to where I need to be at 850 to get my class set. So I'm actually going to pick that up. It'll show up in my bag, and later I can exchange for the specific class set that I need. Now next, if I get lucky throughout the rest of the week, I'll probably get this box with the 5-star character and just hold on to it until I need a character from there. So that is quite nice about this event. So there is a tag attached to the characters released in this event. Joan earlier was a bit expensive. Skye now still has a pretty hefty price tag, but it's quite reasonable. And as my notepad here shows, it's only about between the range of 275 if your luck is good, or 308 if your luck is kind of bad. Just because of how many coins we need to accumulate. So 131 is the total that we get for free. You will need to purchase at least 56 if your RNG is average or kind of bad to be able to get to the amount we need, 208, to get your special recruitment coins to the point where you can purchase enough Skies from this shop to make your L5. How is she performing right now to make it worth that investment? We'll have yet to see. We are still testing. There is a giant asterisk on Apate right now because they did find some bugs with her performance, and those are currently being addressed. Even though she has those bugs, she's still performing incredibly well. And Skye adds a speed booster, and we'll be covering this in her own character review video, is actually quite nice as a special shiny character that can be used in a lot of endgame teams. How many of her will we see right now? Probably not many in your cluster, but across the entire scope of the game, players that have Skye are going to see a very significant advantage when using her and Apate together, just for the speed boosts she provides. And as we all know, speed in PvP matches is king. So whether or not that is an investment you're looking to make for your team, Skye does bring a lot of rewards with her from these tiers, being able to also pick up that Izanami and Uriel class set, as you just saw me collect, or just additional resources to help you pool for your Apate. So we will continue on. What kind of packs do we have available? Here's Yuki trying to offer me one of her best deals, but dodge that. We have the Count Mystery Gift. Now these are actually quite nice because they come with extra tiered rewards compared to the value packs. As you can see here, if I look at this 999 one, you get some capsule coins, which is always usually recommended from the first block. And resources. Depending on what you need, I understand lunchboxes are a bit of a bottleneck in the early game, but chisels are also very appreciated. They're very hard to get, and it costs a lot of gems, but in these cases, if you are looking to pick up some packs, always looking for the chisels is recommended, just because so many characters we want to build, so many characters we want to have at their max potential. Chisels helps us get their crystals to that max potential, and just not enough chisels to go around for the teams we want to make. So that's just my thoughts on it. Here we have 30 capsules, and this one actually gives us some 4-star shards. This is one of the weaker packs of the bunch just because of these 4-star shards, so I tend to dodge it. The $50 one will have 50 capsules and also include the floppy disks. I know, right? And the flash drives that we use to upgrade the elite skills on our characters. So you can look into this. I tend to always navigate towards the flash drives because those are just much more difficult to get and more valuable for the gems you're spending if you were to look in the elite skill shop of old campus exploration. So that is my thoughts on that. There is also this free pack. You can pick it up and grab yourself a 4-star copy of a random girl. These I actually ended up picking up as part of my trip, and you can see how I went about it. I was trying to build fairy, so 100 capsules and 70 capsules. That's just how I did it. If there is a specific house that you're trying to build a character in, you can also pick between human, monster, and ghost. So that is quite nice. The value packs here, you can look and see what you may need if you were looking to get Skye, just because of how we are limited on the count packs. You may probably need one of the 99 ones just as part of your 275 plan. Get those 25 LRC coins. And then we have some special packs here. This new Jones skin, which has some very fantastic stats between HP, damage reduction, and attack. All things that she really enjoys just because of how her kit is set up. And this other special pack, which I just ended up grabbing for some extra LRC coins. I don't know if you really want to pick up this bottom one. If you want more copies of Skye after you've built your L5, you can proceed with that. But this one is just good enough, in my opinion. The extra gems and capsules. The juice is also very appreciated. So, what's also attached to these capsule events, as you may see here, are the rate up. I don't know why Fenrir just appeared there, but as you start pulling for your character, you'll see that the rate of pulling them increases within the 500, but you will be guaranteed one copy of the character when you hit 500 if the luck was not good. In my case, and as you would see on stream, I had to go 5 rounds because all of mine hit the pity marker. And that was a bummer. But we enjoyed it. We had a good time. I was appreciative of everyone who came by and got to see the stream. We were able to build our L5 Apate a bit afterwards, so there are some reviews coming up for her performance on an L5 team, as well as Skye, who also recently built up. So we have Apate's performance to look forward to in GXP, and it's quite exciting. Everyone was looking forward to Carrie. Now we have her, and she is rocking the meta. So, of course, if you have any questions about the event, any questions about which path to take, if you're interested in Skye, or you just want to share some good RNG with anyone here in the community, or just drop any questions in the comments. I'm always looking forward to seeing your feedback. And if you have anything in mind that we can start adding to the channel, I would also appreciate that as well. So that's going to be everything for this video. I appreciate you stopping by and taking the time to watch. And I'm always looking forward to hearing more from members of our community. So that's everything from me. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day and happy gaming.